And here we go straight ahead with part two of Local 6 Legal Line, visiting with Mark Bryant and Tyler Brown of the Bryant Law Center, Paducah, Mayfield, and Louisville, discussing personal injury and criminal defense. Personal injury question here. It says, I was in a car wreck, have a back injury. I can't return to work for another 3 months. Will the insurance company also cover my lost wages?
The answer to that is if the automobile accident was not your fault, and if a claim was made for lost wages, that certainly will be covered either in a settlement or, and it doesn't happen very often, but occasionally we'll have trials in these cases and the jury would be instructed about your lost wages. So yes, the answer clearly is yes.
Next question comes up related to criminal defense. Someone wants to know, if I get pulled over and the officer asks me to perform a field sobriety test, am I required to do it? And if I refuse, can they arrest me?
That's a good question, Dave. As far as are you required to do field sobriety tests? No. What the officer's doing by administering those tests is to see if there's probable cause to make an arrest for driving under the influence. So even without the field tests, the officer may have independent grounds to arrest you if they smell alcohol, if your speech is slurred, things like that. Like I said, you can refuse those. Typically, if you've got any kind of handicap or physical disability that's going to interfere with your ability to do some of these physical tests, I would advise you make the officer aware of that before you do them. But you're not compelled to do them by law, but they still have to find probable cause to arrest you, in which they can find that through a variety of means, not just the field tests. So.
Next question comes from someone who says, Medicaid paid my medical bills after my accident. The question is, will I have to reimburse them after I get my settlement?
Well, and the sad answer is yes. After the settlement comes in, if you've got Medicaid and they would have a lien against your settlement to the amount of whatever Medicaid paid for your damages, for your health problems that came about as a result of the automobile accident. So yeah, you will have to repay them, but some of that can be negotiated with the government, so there may be money-saving ways so you don't have to pay exactly all the money back.
Next question comes from Rhonda, who says, my husband was intoxicated and was sleeping behind the wheel of a car in a parking lot. It was not moving, but the cops came up and they arrested him for a DUI. Is there a good chance that he will be convicted because of this?
Well, Dave, as far as any person's chances of conviction, that's always going to be variable. It's going to be case by case as far as what are the specific facts, especially if you're going to a jury trial that's going to be dependent on how that particular jury interprets those facts. I can say as a baseline, the prosecutors in a DUI case are going to have to prove, at least in Kentucky, operation or control of the vehicle. So in a circumstance like this, you talk to a criminal defense attorney and there may be a good defense there as far as being able to demonstrate that your husband didn't have control or was operating the vehicle while they were under the influence. So it's very circumstantial, and it's always difficult to say with any case, even with great facts, whether what your probability of conviction is or isn't. So you definitely need to be talking to a criminal defense attorney soon.
The Honorable Tyler Brown, the Honorable Mark Bryant of the Bryant Law Center, Paducah, Mayfield, and Louisville, our guest today on Local 6 Legal Line.